Hi guys, welcome back. It's Tracy with TR's Tarot Talk 1111. I am here to do your part 3 version of today's very long and very fun, I think, a little sad, but very fun, creative pick-a-pile reading. I just wanted to tell you at the beginning of this, which was a couple of hours ago, I took a tea light candle and I carved into it forgiveness and lost love. And I lighted it for all of us. The inspiration for today's reading is it's been a hot minute since I got creative and just did a reading because I love it and not because it's what brings home the bacon, puts food on the plate and lights on in the house. I really missed getting into a reading just because, right? Just because I love what I do and I always want to love what I do. And quite frankly, I had a dream last night about my soulmate, my person, the one that's always on my mind. But it's been a while, a really long while actually, since I've had a dream about him. And so I had a dream last night, and it was a very strange dream. It wasn't really like a dream. It was more like a home movie of it was like a reel of all of the good times and the bad times, not all of them, of course, but quite a few of them. And it was like a walk down memory lane. And I woke up very nostalgic and of course very heavy-hearted because I miss him so much and because I love him and I respect his choices and his decisions and but anyhow, for those of us who are, missing somebody and for whatever reason, maybe you're still communicating, maybe you're not, maybe it's a long lost love or somebody you just met, maybe it's somebody that is committed to somebody else. So that brings us to portion number 3 of today's Pick a Pile reading. I uploaded each of them separately. I don't normally do that. I'm telling you, I see these things floating through the air. I don't know if it's maybe cat hair. I don't know what it is, but it just kind of freaks me out a little bit. But anyhow, so I uploaded each of these separately because they're almost an hour long each, and I didn't know if my new computer could hold 3 hours worth of recording without, messing it up somehow. So if these resonate, well, actually, what I want to say is pick the ones that resonate with you. Personally, we all have childhood sweethearts, right? Maybe you're curious whatever happened to them. So you could pick that pile just to do a energy check-in, right? Pile number 2 is all about someone that you've never really met face to face. You met them online and you just made a connection and maybe things are not progressing in the way that you were hoping to, or there's delays, right? Well, pile number 3 is all about if you are connected with a person who is married in a committed relationship, or there could just be third energy, like their job, or they live, a continent away and they're taking care of sick parents, or they're the only person responsible for the care of their siblings or whatever. There's several scenarios that could play out. All right. Now, I'm a medium and I do channel direct spirit messages, but today I wanted to tap into the Akash. I wanted to look at, the Akashic Records is a record keeping of everything that's ever happened, past lives, future lives, current lives. And I just wanted to tap into the Akashic and take a look at what is on your person's mind, what's on your mind, why did you meet? Is there any potential moving forward? If they could say anything to you, what would they say? So today is a very creative reading. And I've been working on these little boxes and collecting. I like to call them trinkets. Some people call them charms, but I call them trinkets because it's not just charms. It's a hodgepodge of things that I've found on nature walks, and some charms and some um, tiles with initials and just whatever I could find that I thought would have meaning. But I've been working on this for like a year. I didn't want to introduce them until I had a nice hefty bag full, right? So we are using the puffed heart that was donated from Elizabeth. Again, darling, thank you so much. Here is your little box of trinkets that I made and decorated all on my own in a creative moment. And so we are going to take a look at scenario number 3. Now, you guys, if you've watched any of the other readings, I drew one psychic oracle card. But this deck or this pile got 2, and you got a bonus channeling. And I was about to wrap up the channeling, and all of a sudden it was like, nope, I've got something to say. And I tapped into somebody else's energy. I didn't want to do a pile number 4, so I just combined them together. All right, so we have 2 psychic cards. If you want to pause the video and study on the energies, please do so. But I'm going to be reading these intuitively, okay? So this one, I'm already picking up that there's a musical connection between the two of you. And you are very, very inspired by angels. Actually, the angels might be the ones bringing you the music. Like you could be driving down the road and all of a sudden you hear a song and it makes you think of your person and the words match up almost perfectly with the situation. It could be your person sending it to you, but I get a feeling that your guides are trying to guide the two of you on this path, right? It's very divinely protected, watched over. You could be a musician, they could be a musician, but I feel like this is a soul song is what I'm hearing. A soul song. Look at it, just, and it's in that pattern, right? It's probably got a name. I don't know what it is, but it's like a shell, goes around and around and around. This could be somebody that's been in and out of your life for a long time. You could be stuck in a cycle with this person. This could be somebody that you've known for lifetimes. But this is definitely, I feel like old energy. And I'm going to tell you why, because this next card is a tree. Okay. And trees are deeply rooted, right? Roots are what holds a tree in the ground. It's what keeps the wind from blowing it over. It's what sustains the growth, the expansion. And this is a very old, old, old tree. It has roots that are literally like empress roots, right? This is like Mother Nature created this tree, and Mother Nature has filled it with potential, rooted it down, grounded it, and holds this tree. This could be very ancestral as well. It could be the angels and ancestors are helping you guys on this journey. For some of you guys, of course, because your person could be married. This could be that they've got roots with somebody else. And it could be very old roots, like maybe they've been married for 10, 15, 20, 30 years, right? I'm feeling divine masculine, divine feminine energy too. I've got the blue and the red, and it's like blue and red around her hoo-ha, whatever you want to call it. It's like the yin and the yang, divine masculine, divine feminine energy. If that resonates with you, take it. If it doesn't, then don't. These are general messages. Let me bring you down to the reading because I didn't do that for number 2, and I wanted to. Let's channel the messages and then see if I can pick up any more messages with these intuitive cards. This one really does feel like soul song, like yeah, for some of you guys, these are old energies, like you've known each other in past lifetimes. Could be very karmic in nature, doesn't have to be a karmic, right? But there is karma definitely involved here. So let's take a look at your channeled messages. So for pile number 3's energy, married, committed, or a third energy is involved. We have scenario number 1 is I'm worried about my reputation and public persona. What will people think? I've worked so hard for everything that I have. I deserve what I've built. If I leave her, him, will take, well, actually, if I leave, he or she will take what I've worked so hard for. I've put literal blood, sweat, and tears, time, and so much energy into this life that we've created. To others, it looks so perfect. And honestly, for a while there, I thought it was too. Until I met you. You came out of left field, totally blindsided me. I didn't want love. Love is messy and unpredictable, uncontrollable. I like being in control. I built my life with someone whom at one time I admired, and they fit my vision of a perfect family and life. I never realized how hollow and lonely I felt deep inside, but meeting you has changed me. I find myself wanting more, but I stand to lose so much. Please understand. I need to think this through. I couldn't read my own writing. So, I have to say it feels like if this resonates with you, if I'm tapping into your situation, your person was a little shallow. They kind of they they didn't marry for love. They married for status, or at least for the way it appeared to others, Maybe if it's a man, maybe she's a trophy wife, maybe she looks pretty on his arm and pretty on paper, but she's not really challenging him or fulfilling him on a deeper level. And of course, it could be a woman, right? Maybe she married a man for his money because who knows why, right? Sometimes it's because they grew up without anything. I'm thinking of that song, Here's Your One Chance, Fancy, Don't Let Me Down. Forgive me for what I do, but if you want out, well, it's up to you now. I don't know, mama's going to move you uptown. So for some of you, you might have married, or your person might have married for money. And it might have even been something that was taught to them, right? Belief systems. Maybe their mother was poor and divorced and, had to really, really struggle to raise the children. And maybe she programmed the child to marry for comfort, right? Don't marry for love. Love's messy. Marry somebody that's going to take care of you so that you'll never want or need for anything. All of your needs will be met, and all you got to do is look pretty, clean the house, and take care of all of his or her needs, right? And it's kind of sad that people do that, but I know they do. And so if that feels like your energy, this could be the mother. This could be ancestral. This could be something the mother taught the child. And you could role reverse that, I mean, it is a feminine energy, but it could have been a father that instilled those values and belief systems. But there's a big difference between what you're taught to do and what you resonate with, right? This is a resonance. This is music to my soul. This makes me sing. This is very divinely orchestrated too. So, scenario number 2 is, what a mess. I love you so much, and I truly want nothing more than just to pack a bag and run away together. And a few years ago, totally would have. Yet meeting you has somehow created some sort of shift within me. You make me want to be a better person. When I look into your eyes, I see an image of me that I don't like, and I feel compelled to change. I don't want to run away anymore. Now I just feel trapped by a desire to be responsible. I have so many people who rely on me: family, spouse, kids, grandkids, work, even my pets. They all truly need me. But what I need is you. I had no qualms about cheating in the past. A little loving, touching, squeezing on the side. It seemed harmless at the time. Having my cake and eating it too. My spouse and I have grown so far apart. It seemed harmless. They wouldn't care. But meeting you has changed everything. And now I'm just not sure what to do. Wow, that one kind of hit home for me. I'm divorced now, but I remember feeling that way. So, yeah, sometimes we stay in marriages. We stay for the wrong reason. I stayed in a marriage for 10 years, longer than I should have. 10 years, guys. 10 years without, and this is personal, and if you don't want to hear it, stick your fingers in your ears right now and go la, 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 TMI. But for 10 years, I was not touched sexually. I didn't make love, wasn't made love to, wasn't intimate with another human being for 10 years. And I sacrificed a young version of myself, right? I mean, I'm 53, I'm going to be 54 in a couple months. And 10 years, I was in my early 40s. That's not exactly time to give up intimacy, right? And so I stayed for the children, or at least that's what I convinced myself. Maybe I had other motives. Things like, can I make it on my own? How will I survive? Right? Doubts about my own capability to be a single mom, to raise kids without help. So I stuck around for 10 years, and people do that. It looks to me like your person's done that. I don't see them being celibate. It sounds to me like if they had an itch, they scratched it. Because possibly, just possibly, their person, their situation, maybe it was kind of an unspoken truth, an unspoken allowance, right? If you step out on the side, I'll turn a blind eye and pretend like I don't know, because what we have works and I don't want to lose it. And so sometimes, decisions are made and based on things that are not always. They're just complicated. Let's just say they're complicated. So pile number 2, again, with these cards here, I feel like, you took the sturdy way, the grounded way, the family tree. We've got the home, the house, the kids, the garage, the animals. We've got the perfect life. But what was missing was the magic, the heart song. And it seems like you have shown this person how much they've been missing out on. And not just that, but I feel like your person is, wanting wanting to be more committed. They said that when they look in your eyes, they see things about themselves that they don't like. Maybe when they met you, they just wanted a little tete-a-tete, tap a little something on the side. Maybe they weren't expecting this to grow and resonate. This person is learning that the grass isn't always greener on the other side. And I think they want to do what's right instead of the immature, let's run away and just have a weekend of fun. You make this person think about putting down real roots, real resonance, real relationship, real intimacy. But in order to do that, they're going to have to disappoint people. And I have a feeling that your person has been disappointed a few times themselves, and they know what that feels like. So if this is resonating with you, now you know at least the why. We're going to take a look at tarot in a little while here to see what the potential is of the future of these scenarios. So scenario number 3 is, I know you're wondering why. Why do I stay when it's so obvious this relationship is over and it's just for show? Well, it's all about the money. I didn't feel valuable. I didn't feel valuable growing up. My family placed more value on status and lifestyle and materialism. I was secretly, deep down inside, different. I was artistic, creative, willing to live my life poor to be happy, to follow my dreams and passion. But I took constant criticism and judgment from my family. They put so much pressure on me to grow up and be someone they could be proud of. They said I was a slacker and a disappointment, lazy, loser, so many words that just spoke to my heart and brought me down. So I tried and I tried and I tried. I never really met their standards. The only way to create the lifestyle they approved of was to marry or align with someone like them. I truly love you. I just can't disappoint everyone again. Their voices echo in my ears every time I even consider it. I'm not sure if I'm strong enough to stand up to them. Not only would I lose the life that I have created, but I stand to inherit some money too, and that also would be taken from me. So I'm stuck on the fence, stuck between feeling, can't read my writing, feeling the love that I have for you and wanting and needing the love that I want from them. That's what it says. In wanting and needing the love I need from them. So scenario number 3 is a little bit like scenario number 1. Only in one, it was all about reputation and public persona. Scenario number 3 is about family legacy. I'm hearing legacy. We don't breed creative children. We breed money makers. We breed status, right? We are the blessed. And we have a reputation. I feel like the parents of this person's or the family of this person's more like scenario number one, right? It's almost like the person in scenario number one could be the parent of the person in scenario number three. And they probably will raise children like that too, inadvertently. But your person is a lost child that just wanted their family and their parents to accept them and love them. And it looks like they've sacrificed a lot in order to gain that love, that status, right? They can't marry beneath them. They can't even chase their own dreams because mommy and daddy or the family may see that as squandering the family legacy. So if you find yourself resonating with number three, once again, these cards really do kind of feel like the tree card is like family. It's ancestors. It's ancestral beliefs and patterning, and it's what the parents pass down to the children. It's what the bloodline. This is DNA programming, right? This is ancestral. My mom did it that way, and my mom's mom did it that way, and my mom's mom's mom did it that way, and my dad did it that way. My dad's dad taught him to do it that way, and his dad taught him to do it that way. And now I am, I'm hearing the seventh son. I don't know why. But this person feels like the black sheep, like what they wanted out of life was much less than their parents, and yet so much more. The things that the child or the person that you're in love with, or this could be you, your energy. It's hard, guys. It's hard to disappoint a parent, especially when you're a child that loves your parent. A lot of people walk away from love and or friends and situations because their parents don't approve or the family don't approve. So again, we'll take a look in the tarot to see if there's any hope for these scenarios in the future. Here's the bonus one, and I didn't want to do a fourth pile, but this person, whoever they are, they wanted to be heard. And so this one's even a longer channeling. It took up 3 index cards. So we have bonus message for someone. It says, I fell in love. He, she was the love of my life, my true soulmate. We loved so deeply, so perfectly. We said we would love each other forever and that we would never love another. But then they died and they left me all alone. I've never been so broken, so scared, or so scarred. I have cried more tears than one soul should ever have to. I vowed that I would never ever love another. But then I met you. You make me feel alive again. I no longer want to stay home crying, looking at old photographs, listening to old recordings of their voice, crying and angry at God for taking my love from me. I want to live again, and I want to do it with you. I see a future with you I never thought I'd find. I thought my life was over when theirs was. I even felt like I wanted to die too, so I could reunite with my love. I never ever expected that I could get so lucky as to have two great loves in one lifetime. Meeting you has made my heart pump again. It's like spring within me. I'm coming alive again, such beauty and excitement for the future. But then all of a sudden, the guilt floods in. How could I ever love another? That must be the ultimate in betrayal to their memory. What if they're watching me? How can I split my heart in half to make space for both of you within it? Will my love, my first love, forgive me? How do I love you when every holiday or season reminds me of them? You deserve more than half of anyone's heart and love. You deserve someone whole and their whole heart. I've sabotaged us, and I'm so lonely and sorry, and I need help, possibly even professional help. Please forgive me. I'm going to need a lot of time and patience and apathy. I do want to heal, and I do love you. Are you sure you want that? Okay, so please forgive me. I'm going to need a lot of time, patience, and apathy. Are you sure you want that? I don't want you to feel like you must compete with another's memory. So that was really sad. And quite frankly, I just recently met somebody that I think might be going through that, and that could possibly be their higher self coming through. So if you are in love with somebody who is widowed or widower, perhaps their person isn't there in physicality, but their memory is very, very real and alive. And this person is so torn, and I'm hearing torn between two lovers, feeling like a fool, loving both of you. It's breaking all the rules. Only this person's not really cheating. And yet, somehow, in some way, they feel like they are cheating on the love of their life, somebody that they built a life with, somebody that they thought they would grow old with, somebody they thought would be in their life forever. And they never dreamed for a moment that that person would ever exit their life. And when they did, this person's traumatized. This person has a lot of trauma. And if this resonates with you, whether this is your feelings or this is someone that you're dealing with, you're going to have to be very honest with yourself. This person's memory is probably not going anywhere. And their ghost might always be between you and this person. And do you have enough love in your heart and apathy and empathy to be able to share your person's heart? Because if not, you might want to bow out while you can, because this person loves you and they're vulnerable and they're broken and scared and feeling abandoned. But I do believe that God gives us more than one true love in our life. And so if you love this person as much as it feels like they love you, you need to ask yourself, is this something, is this doable? Because these roots run deep, right? And this person has found resonance in their heart more than once. But I feel like this angel could possibly be their deceased loved one, trying to bring them joy, love, happiness, music, right? Bring the music back to their person's heart. I feel like the deceased loved one is even possibly guiding the two of you together, because their love is so deep for their person, they don't want them to spend the rest of their life alone, pining over them. So this last message really moved me. And so you guys are going to have to really tap into your heart zone and ask yourself, can you share your love, your person's love, with someone that is always going to be there? I don't think that your person is ever going to be able to forget them or stop loving them. But I do believe that the soul of their deceased loved one is blessing this person's ability to love again, wanting them to find love again. And depending on how old you are, you can't, if you just can't spend the rest of your life alone loving a ghost. But I do know there are people who do it. And so I give so much compassion to you if this is your story. You're going to have to dig deep and figure out if you've got what it takes, because it's going to be difficult. This person is going to be sad every holiday. They're going to be sad every birthday. They're going to be sad every time an old song plays that reminds them of their love. And are you strong enough to help them replace those memories with new ones? And can you be forgiving and patient when they need more time processing those emotions and memories? And if you can't, I'm sure that people will never judge you for that. That's asking a lot from anybody. But if you can, I totally feel like this could be blessed by their deceased loved one, even maybe orchestrated by them. All right, so let's take a look now at your tarot cards. Oh, and you got 4 instead of 3. Oh, that's because you had 4 messages. That's funny. Now, because guys, I drew the tarot before I channeled the messages. It was done 2 separate. Well, I've been busy all day. I'm doing dishes, as you can hear the dishwasher. I've been doing laundry. So actually, each pile was a little different. For some of them, I channeled the message first. For others, I drew the cards first. Pile number 1 was kind of how I set the tone. And then I just got creative. So I want to do, how do I want to put these? I want to do the World, 5 of Pentacles, Judgment, and the Ace of Swords. All right. So we've got the World, completion. This person's world literally ended. This was a cycle they were not prepared to end. And I'm just talking, well, not really. This is for all of you. But I'm still in the energy. I still feel the energy of this bonus read. But even for all of you, I mean, come on. When we're talking about karmic connections, we're talking about, being in love with somebody who's in love with somebody else, or in a situation. And it's funny, I didn't really channel any messages for people whose job was getting in the way, or a sick family member. It's mostly about status, money, family, uh, legacies. But I feel like with this world card, this is a cycle that needs to end for some of you. This is like completing a karmic cycle, learning to bring it to a completion. And then we have this Five of Pentacles, because really in all four channeled messages, there's some toxicity, right? Not so much for the bonus one, but for the other three, there's definitely some toxic behaviors. There's some ghosting. There's some not feeling good enough, some gaslighting. For some of you, this is definitely the end of this cycle for your person or for you, because there's a vulture right there ready to pick the bones, right? For some of you guys, it's been dead for a long time. It's just not been released. Next, we have Judgment. So for some of you guys, it's definitely going to come back around. Judgment for me is an opportunity to try something over, to revisit something, to decide, make a decision on whether or not you want to complete a cycle, or if you're not ready, if you need to revisit it, revamp it, try again. And then last but not least, we have this Ace of Swords, right? Again, I'm seeing that somebody is realizing that something is dead. Something is gone. That seems so crass to say with that last bonus reading. But I guess I'm kind of feeling like, whether the person's actually passed away or if it's just a relationship that no longer has any life in it, right? It's just bare bones. It's been picked dry by that buzzard or whatever that is, vulture. And this person here is just holding on to something that has it has a little life. Spirit saying, look at the eye. It's got little life left in it. Very little life left in it. And Ace of Swords is a reality check, right? It's like having a realization. It's being able to see things more clearly for what they really are. And this girl's got all these eyeballs here, right? This is a clarity. This is a realization. And it's also looking at things as they are instead of the way that you want them to be. And so for some of you, I really do feel like there's potential here for a redo. With the World and the Judgment card, I'm seeing the butterfly. There's an opportunity for this frog to transform and become the prince or princess or rebirth, right? I'm seeing rebirth. And then for some of you others, this is kind of done. Your person's a little toxic or gaslighting you, or they make you feel like they are. Or this could also be the energy they have with their person, right? Whoever they're committed to. They could feel like their person's toxic and quite a vulture, right? Energetically feeding off of them. Take the messages as they resonate. I clarified for the other readings, but you guys got an extra card, and I'm feeling the energy very strong. So I don't think I need to clarify these ones, but I do want to look at future potentials. So instead of clarifying, I'm just going to take a look and ask Spirit, what is the potential for these scenarios? And I'm going to do 4 different scenarios. So let's take a look at scenario number 1. That person is, I'm worried about my reputation and public persona. What will people think? Ooh, 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 ooh. What will people think? I've worked so hard for everything I have. What is scenario number 1? What is the potential, Spirit, for scenario number 1? Ooh. Well, alrighty then. So we have the King of Wands with the Magician and the Knight of Swords. Decisive action, manifestation tools, and visionary leader. So in scenario number 1, I would say there is definite potential here for this person to change their behaviors. It's almost like I'm seeing, this is, them burning down the house, right? It's like the King of Wands gets what the King of Wands wants. King of Wands eventually creates, and they usually create what they want, and they're very determined, right, to get what they want. And so your person could actually burn down the past, burn down everything they've built, right, and manifest something new. They need to make a decision, though. That I'm hearing that, I don't know if it'll show up in the cards or not, but in the romance angel cards, there's one that says, clearly decide what you want so it comes to you now. That always reminds me of magician energy. It's like, you've got to be clear with the universe on what you want in order to create it. All right. And the King of Wands is a creator being. And so it looks to me like this person needs to make a choice, take decisive action. And the potential is they're going to burn it down. They could burn down the relationship they're in, or they could burn down the one they've built with you. But there is potential here. I see it. Potential for forward movement. But a decision is what's going to determine whether or not that's going to happen. So let's take a look at scenario number 2. We have, what a mess. I love you so much, and I truly want nothing more than to just pack a bag and run away together. So this is the person that in the past could have been a player, liar, cheater, right? Runner. What is the potential for scenario number 2 and their person to get together in the future? Ooh. I need one more on that, please. Yeah, okay. So this could have been read 2 ways, and maybe I will read it 2 ways. But this person here, you know how they said, you make me want to change. You make me not want to run away anymore and to act responsibly. But my family, spouse, kids, grandkids, work, even my pets, they all truly need me. So I see this person clinging to their karmic, right? This is the karmic wheel. They are kind of clinging to what they've built out of duty. But I see them romantic gesture with the 4 of Wands, guys. I was feeling kind of twin flame energy with that. When they said that when they look in your eyes, they see parts of themselves that they don't like. That's very twin energy. Our twin flames are our mirror souls. They mirror back to us parts, our shadow, parts of ourselves that we don't like, parts of ourselves that we've buried deep. And the 4 of Wands is my twin flame card. So if that resonates, take it. If it don't. But there's definite potential here, right? This person, I'm getting two scenarios. I'm getting those who are clinging to the karmic, and I'm getting those who are clinging to you because you're their destiny. They want to make a romantic gesture and they want union, right? Either way, I really feel like this as the outcome card. I clarified that, by the way, and I clarified it with the Knight of Cups. So this is really good potential, future potential, right? This is union, reunion, and somebody who really loves you and wants to make that gesture, wants to bring that cup of love, right? And they think about you a lot, but they don't know if they're good enough. Scarcity mindset with destined opportunities. I think you guys mirror to each other. You could be twin flames. Just saying. Don't take it if it doesn't resonate. All right, scenario number 3, we have, I know you're wondering why. Why do I stay when it's so obvious this relationship is just for show? Well, it's all about the money. I didn't feel valuable growing up. I'm not taking those because I hadn't asked my question yet, Spirit. If they want to come out again. So my parents made me want to, basically, this is the parents that told them, you're a loser, a slacker, a disappointment to the family. You're just a screw up. Don't you know where you come from? That kind of thing. So is there potential for scenario number 3 to find union together? Is there potential in the future? Ooh, 10 of Cups, contentment and joy. Any Empress, bada bing. And 6 of Cups. Can I get an outcome? Oh, of course. Okay, so this person is still stuck and stinking thinking. But man, do they really, really feel the love for you. I mean, we've got the 6 of Cups with the 10 of Cups and the Empress. So if you're a masculine in this energy, then they definitely want to be your Empress. If you're a feminine in this energy, they see you as their Empress. And so I want to clarify this 8 of Swords. Come on, Spirit. We're trying to get some clarity here. Knight of Pentacles, steady progress. King of Pentacles, yeah, because they have duties. They have duties. So this person feels stuck. But I do think there's a lot of potential here. I really do. You know, it's like a seed that's wanting to grow. Knight of Pentacles. Making steady progress, trying to free themselves. They just feel very committed. They don't want to hurt anybody. All right, so this last bonus read, Spirit, will they ever be able to overcome this loss, this ghost that comes between them? Will these two people have a chance to build a future together in some kind of harmony? Oh, so if you're strong, if you're the person who is in love with the person that I channeled, it's going to take an awful lot of strength for you to overcome this competition, because you literally are competing with the ghost. And how do you compete with a ghost, right? However, I see balancing act. I see potential here for equal reciprocity. But I also have the 8 of Cups evolving. So for some of you, if there's more than one of you that resonates with this story, some of you guys, you know that you can't compete. You don't feel like it's in balance. You don't feel like this person can give equally to you. And so you might have to have the strength to walk away. I think you get to choose. A matter of fact, I know you do. All right, so guys, that's that. I'm not going to go any deeper into this because my heart's hurting. Quite frankly, I've been doing this all day long, sitting in your guys' energy, and it's just hard, especially after the dream I had last night of my person. So I'm going to wrap it up. We're going to get your little, we've got messages for those in separation, messages from your person. And we've also got, as soon as I put away my mess, trinkets. I'm calling them trinkets. Other people call them charms, but I'm calling them trinkets because they're not all charms. So let's take a look at, and now remember, okay, there's many scenarios that I channeled, so only take what resonates and leave the rest. So we have move on. I'm a lost cause, feeling defeated. I feel like that could be the bonus person, but it could also be all of you. Oh, this one resonates with somebody. What will people think? Then we have, I know I can be a complete ass, but deep down, I truly love you. I think this is the person who's in it for the money, huh? Then we have, I want to share the rest of my life with you. We have, I was raised to believe things that you weren't. That's the family legacy one, right? What a legacy that is. We have, this shit hurts. And last, we have, I think you're perfect in every way. I do believe there's some twin energy there in that one pile. All right, now we got songs and lyrics, guys. If I can sing them, I will. If I can't, I'll spare you. Especially it's allergy season, right? So we have Unstoppable by Sia, and I don't know this one, so I cannot channel it or sing it, I mean. But this is very egotistical. So it might resonate for somebody. It says, I'm unstoppable. I'm a Porsche with no brakes. I'm invincible. I win every single game. I'm so powerful. I don't need batteries to play. I'm so confident. I'm unstoppable today. So take that if it resonates. Then we have Green Day. I hope you've had the time of your life. I'm not going to sing it, but I know it. Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you've had the time of your life. This feels like the twins. If you resonate with that title, don't take it if you don't, guys. Next, we have Gordon Lightfoot. If you could read my mind, love. If you could read my mind, love, what a tale my thoughts would tell. Just like an old-time movie about a ghost from a wishing well. In a castle dark or a fortress strong with chains upon my feet. You know that ghost is me. And I will never be set free as long as I'm a ghost that you can't see. If you could read my mind, love, that's probably that person's person. They're always going to be a ghost, guys. I'm sorry. Oh my God. I totally channeled this. We have Torn Between Two Lovers by Mary McGregor. I sang this. Was it in this group? Was it this group? Or was it the last group? I don't know. One of these three pick-a-piles, I channeled this song. It says, torn between two lovers, feeling like a fool, loving both of you is breaking all the rules. Torn between two lovers, feeling like a fool, loving you both is breaking all the rules. That's going to resonate with somebody. And the last one is Journey. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Streetlights and people. So don't stop believing. Some of you guys are absolutely meant to be together, and Spirit is saying, hold the faith, right? All right. That is the end of the envelope. And now we're going to play with the trinkets. It's starting to get dark here, so we're going to wrap this up. I made these cutesy little boxes. Aren't they cute? I went to the art and craft store, bought the boxes, and bought these little doodads and glued all over them. Took me quite a bit of time, too. So let's take a look at your trinkets. Now, guys, I've never used trinkets before, and this is brand new to me. So please, please, please only take what resonates and have some fun with it. So we have the initial U. We have the initial M. We have a J. We have an I, a T, a V, and an O. So if you want to pause the video and just make words out of these, you can. But otherwise, maybe your person's initial is there or your initial. We do have Pisces energy in this reading. Maybe you're a Pisces or have Pisces in your chart, or your person does. And we have Leo energy, and that Strength card did come out. So you could have Leo in your chart. They could. We definitely have this broken heart. That's so beautiful, because that makes me think of the bonus reading. It's like half of my heart is gone, empty. The other heart and the other half is filled. How difficult that must be. All right, next we have a circle. So, you did have that world card. For some of you, this is, lessons. It's the circle. It's the wheel. It's cycles. That's what I'm hearing. For some of you, this is, your person's stuck in a cycle. You're stuck in a cycle together. And then we have a square. A square. How do we read the square? Well, we can read it as a diamond too, since the bezel is at the top. So your person might look at you like a diamond. Shine like a diamond. I'm also hearing, as a diamond, that we have third party, which would be a triangle. And then there's always that ego too, right? Making that fourth point, or you could call it spirit, making the fourth point. I want to go to these ones next. So we've got these little bottle cap things. I don't even know what they're called. Pogs, maybe. This one says, I'm not rude. I just speak what everyone else hasn't the balls to say. Wow, that's probably that person that's, driving the Porsche. Next, we've got cutest berry in the patch. So, this is your person saying that they really, really adore you, right? Then we have geek. It's the new black. Take that as it resonates. I don't know who gets that one. That could be the person that has low self-esteem because of their parents, right? Feeling like they're not good enough. Next we have a little kitty. And isn't it funny because in I think it was pile number 1 had a little kitty too. And I told the story about someone from my past used to call me Kitty because they said I was like a cat with 9 lives and I had pretty cat eyes. So maybe a kitty resonates with you for whatever reason. Maybe your person has a kitty or you're a kitty person. Maybe they called you Kitty. Maybe this relationship has 9 lives, maybe it's something that's come around more than once. There are other meanings I could say, but I'm not going there. Oh, and last we have a rabbit. Okay, so this is that magician energy. For some of you guys, you could literally pull a rabbit out of your hat, or they could. There's some magic working here in your behalf, right? And for others of you, there's fertility too. Rabbits refer to fertility, which means there's still potential. And it could possibly mean there's children involved too, right? Rabbits are very family oriented. They have lots of babies. Okay, guys, this has been your reading. I hope it resonated. I know this one was a little bit longer than the others because we had a bonus reading. But let me know in the description or the comment section if you like this. And if you'd like to book your own personal reading and this was fun and you're like, hey, why not? Let's just see. I could do this with mediumship. We could look into family members that you've lost, or ancestors. We could take a look at your ancestral line. Would your angels or guides like to bring you messages? And I don't know. Let's have some fun. If you're interested, everything you need to book a private session is linked in the description box below. And I love you guys. This candle is almost completely gone. I did light a candle for forgiveness and lost love. So until the next time, I decided to get super duper creative. I will see you on the next video. Namaste.